everybody, Jill here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another wig chat. So yes, I have yet another Toni Brattin wig to share with you. This is called Salon Select and it's in light blonde. Once again, I just want to preface this by saying that I have had a few people, just why are you just always getting the light blonde? Why don't you look at some brunettes for us or some reds? Well, these aren't being sent to me. These are all wigs that I have purchased with my own money. I'm not getting paid to do these at all. I just found this very affordable line that I'm having a lot of fun with and having fun sharing it with you. So yeah, I have found light blonde to be my favorite so far, and I really haven't jumped outside of that other than looking at the brown blonde. And that is a gorgeous color, but it just doesn't suit my complexion. So I tend to stick with the light blonde because I found that one and I really, really like it. So I just wanted to let you know that. So I really kind of was on the fence to order this because, to be very honest, this is a little bit outdated, this style, but I was watching the segment on this particular wig on QVC and Toni made it look really cute. And I thought, okay, she's a very petite lady. I have to keep that in mind. She has a very, very petite kind of, head and just her features in general. You always have to keep that in mind when you're looking at reviews and other people, is to keep in mind their face shape, and just sort of general body type, because it will make a huge difference on how that is going to look on you if you're very different. So for instance, when I watch Taz on Taz's Wig Closet, I keep in mind that she is really a petite gal. She has a petite size head, and she's mostly showing us average size wigs, which really they fit her probably really well, but I just have to remember that she and I do not have the same body type, the same face shape at all. So if it looks a little fuller, if it looks a little longer on her, I know it's going to look a lot less of those two things when I get it. So always keep that in mind. Anyway, yeah, I actually pondered about perhaps returning this one, but I'm doing a wig chat on it. So that means that I've decided to keep it because more than likely I'm going to be putting hairspray in it and trying to get it to work for me right here with you guys. So let's take a look. Let's look at the cap. This is the same cap that I have seen with a lot of the styles I've been showing you guys, especially these pixies and the shorter styles. So we have a complete machine wefted cap. We've got a good amount of stretch. We have sort of an open cap here on the top. This is great. This is going to be a little cooler than a completely closed cap up here. So that's great. We do have the permatease that lays back here, and that really nice sort of thick banding of soft velvet here in the front. No lace front, no monofilament part of any sort. Up here is very basic cap, you guys, just like we've been looking at. We have the temple tab with a kind of weak stays here. These aren't real firm. I wish they were a little bit more firm, but they're not. But they seem to do their job. They seem to stay put, so that's good. No velvet lining here at all. And in the nape, this is kind of an extended nape here. A little bit, but again, no velvet lining down here. And we do have the Velcro straps that you can adjust in or out, 1/2 inch either way. So if you are more of an average petite, you could bring it in 1/2 inch on each side and you might be good to go. Same if you're average large. You might find a good enough stretch where you can make this work if you're teetering, if you're more average and you kind of can teeter on the large size. I think that you can take this out again up to 1/2 inch on each side and you might be okay. If you're a true large, I definitely would just go ahead and order their plus size or their large. She calls it plus. You might as well, because you can always take it in a little bit. And, if you know for sure you have a large head or a larger head and you really struggle with average sizes in your wigs, just jump to the plus size in this one. So this is the light blonde. And I've been really curious because if you have watched my latest video about kind of comparing this light blonde in this line with other blondes and other lines, you saw that there can be some differences within Toni Brattin's line of what her light blonde looks like. And that can be frustrating, I think, especially if you fall in love with a certain color in a style in her line, thinking, okay, I'm gonna order that exact same color in this different style, and if it's a little different, that is frustrating. I'm not sure why that is. It could be different manufacturers that she's using, but this one, I mean, I have liked the renditions really nicely. So thank goodness I haven't had an issue. If they're a little different, I still love them, but it could be an issue for you. Now this one here I have on my head is Classic Bob in the Toni Brattin line in the light blonde. And as you can see, I really think this is a little beigeier. Now, I haven't looked into this yet, but I'm kind of starting to wonder if her older styles are the beigeier versions, and then her newer styles are going to be more of, like, say, the light blonde and trendsetter. I will put the hair up, if I can figure out how to do this, I'm going to go ahead and put a link here, and you can, and I'll also put it at the end of the video. That way you can take a look at the one that I just did about color comparison, and you'll kind of get a better feel as to what I'm talking about. Nonetheless, so this is an older style of hers, and it's been a really great seller for her in her line. It is very pretty, but it is just a little bit, I think, outdated, but hopefully we can modernize this a little bit when we get it on. But even if you wear it the way it's intended, which I'm not going to fight with it too much, it's still a very, very pretty classic style. It's not like you're going to be looking like you're in the 60s, 70s, and, you know, it's like, come on. No, it's actually a very pretty style. And, you know, they're always so well done when it comes to their shaping that it makes it a little easier to sort of change things up a little bit. And that's what I'm going to count on here. All right. So let's go ahead and get this on. Again, this is called Salon Select. Okay, now I did shake this out right before I put it on, so it's a little crazy right now. So I just want to make sure this is straight, make sure my ears are out, and we are just going to kind of see what we can do with this. Maybe I'll try it on this. This is what I do when I get these on, you guys, is I start kind of moving the fibers around. Sometimes I'll just even kind of get in there and mess them up a little bit, kind of get them off the cap. And before long, you know, that's when I'm like, okay, I think I can work with it on this side. Make sure that it's back far enough and that it's straight. Make sure those tabs, they are kind of weak, but make sure they're cupping your face and pointing down. So then I am able to kind of figure out how I want this to go. Very nicely done, very nicely layered throughout, just so you can see. I do like kind of the flippy, fun, playful littleness going on there. It definitely wants to all layer back, so I'm going to go with that and just sort of tuck it behind my ear. And I'm going to let that happen. And then I'm going to take some hairspray here. So, and just kind of control some of these things. I don't want to overstyle this. I just kind of want to find something that will work for me. Might pull out just a little bit here on the side. I have not used any fill-in powder because that would probably help, but I haven't. And I haven't even pulled out any of my hair because I I think my hair is a little bit longer than this. So I'm not sure I'm going to want to do that or not. Again, I really do like the cute little flippies of this one too, which is why I decided I'm going to try this one just to see. I just don't know yet what I want to do with this particular style, so just bear with me as I figure it out. Okay, well, this is one way. You could even, I know I haven't done a spin yet, I will. You can even put a cute little blingy clip right here, maybe here, here. That's cute. You can even do it up a little higher. As I would take a little more of the fill-in powder and just bring it up here a little higher. Kind of lift the cap up. Soften it up with our fingers. Feather that little tiny bit out that we have there. And bring some of these baby hairs down. Cover up my mousy brown. By the way, this is waterproof, so that's important. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I don't want this running down the side of my face. It's rainy today, kind of a blustery sort of, yeah, sprinkly stuff that gets everywhere. It's not pouring, but it's enough to make a mess. So anyway, and then I would probably put another one of those clips maybe right here. That would look really cute. We have a very nice natural hairline here, you know, and if you're used to wearing lace front wigs and you're very, you know, apprehensive about wearing a non-lace front wig, these are the kind of things that you can do that will make these look very realistic, and you'll feel very comfortable in them. You just have to, you know, perhaps utilize a little bit of fill-in powder and make sure that you fluff up these little tiny fine hairs that you do have there. And the fill-in powder has a little bit of texture to it, so it makes it a little easier to sort of get these to be up and off, and they kind of stay there, which is really nice. Okay, so before I go any further, I should take this out. Let me do a spin for you. All right, so that's one thing, is that you definitely can wear this up and off and mess with how you want to do that, or with a little hairspray you can also get this to come down, as I was doing in the beginning. I've had people say, why do you mess with it so much? I'm actually trying to show you guys different ways you can do these. And that's, so I play with them the whole time, you know, that I'm talking to you guys, because I just want you to see different ways that you can do this. So I'm going to take this now to kind of the other side. Just kind of do that kind of messy part thing that I think is fun to do. And it is worth experimenting, I think, with flipping things around, because you'd be surprised, just manipulating those fibers in a different direction can definitely kind of help you in where it might go the best. Something that you could do also, you guys don't forget, these are heat friendly. So while I'm just trying to use hairspray and getting these just right out of the box and trying to get them to do stuff, you can use a little steam. You can straighten out areas. You can, you know, kind of help things along that way, because this is a heat-friendly fiber. So, you know, if you can't get it to do what you want, just doing stuff like this, then don't forget you can take steam to it. You can take a curling iron to it, a curling brush. You can, you have other options, which is really great about these, I think. There. And now, what if you're not really a side parter? What if you more into this, maybe? That looks cute. Actually, it makes it a little less heavy. That is actually kind of cute like that. I think I like that better myself, really. Yeah. Just nicely shaped, nicely layered. It's not really short here in the nape like some of the pixies that we were looking at. Got a lot more curl, a lot more flippy stuff, but kind of cute. Yeah, I am actually liking this one a little better, not such a side part, because there's so much layering going on there that it almost looks a little heavy. Such a pretty color. So what I have found is Toni Brattin has her own website that's completely separate from QVC. But be aware, any wigs that you purchase off her website are not heat-friendly fibers, and they also are not rooted. You may see a lot of these same styles, if not all of them, on her website, but they will not be rooted, and they are regular synthetic fibers. They are not heat-friendly fibers. You might have a little more shine. They may, you know, so I just wanted to let you know, because some of you have been ordering and you're not getting it with a root, and it's very frustrating. So that is what I am finding, is that her website is, you know, that's what's going on. So if you really don't like rooting and you wish that you can get these styles without a root, order it from her website, which is, I believe, ToniBrattin.com, ToniBrattinWigs.com. I'll put it down in the description box, because you're not going to get a root with those ones. But just know they also won't be heat friendly. So Wigs by Patty's Pearls is where I order my wigs. If you see a style that you can't find there, then more than likely I order it directly from QVC, and I will try to remember to put the link there directing you to that, because sometimes they're exclusive to QVC. All right, so that's it for this. I'm still very, very much on the fence with this one. I like the way it kind of looks profile-wise and the back. I'm just not so sure I am completely into it overall when I look at it just head on. I just don't know. I think I have to play with it a little more to get it to kind of work for me. I don't know. in generally, man, you really don't have to play with these too much. I find that, you know, they're pretty cooperative. They're pretty cooperative fibers because the density is generally really nice. But I just think I have to zhuzh it a little more, kind of fluff it and play with it a little more. I love the color and the length is comfortable for me. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to be signing off. You'll be seeing me later on this week as well. I hope you guys are doing well, stay safe, and always stay young at heart.